So this video is definitely going to be a bit different because I'm going to answer a question that I get all the time, every day, every week, and I'm pretty sure a lot of Baytubers get it all the time, and it is, where do you buy your Beyblades? So let's just get right into it. So in this video, I'm going to go over the way that I get my Beyblades, or I have gotten Beyblades in the past, the way that some people get them, and just different methods in general. But before we get on to it, if we could hit 500 likes on this video, that would be amazing, and let me know how you guys get your Beyblades in the comments down below. So I'm going to start off this list sort of with the way that I get Beyblades for the most part now, and the way that I've gotten Beyblades has kind of changed over time, but right now it's mainly through Amazon JP. I actually did not really know this until a few months ago, but you can actually order directly from Amazon JP, which is the Japanese Amazon site. You can't order everything though, so you kind of need to make sure it can ship to your address. And luckily, whenever Beyblade pre-orders go live, which they always go live at a very specific point, if you pre-order it at the right time, you can actually get it shipped to you. World Spriggan, for example, which comes out later in September, I ordered pretty much a couple of hours after the pre-orders started, and they did sell out pretty fast. And that's the one thing about Amazon, is that you have to pre-order it pretty quickly or else they're gonna run out. And the price for Amazon JP is pretty good as well. You have to pay like 20 bucks for shipping, which does kind of suck, but all the way from Japan, it does make sense. But World Spriggan was only like 1,000 yen, which is like $10. That's pretty crazy. Another way that I see people buying their Beyblades is from a website called everwish.com, and the prices for Everwish are pretty cheap overall. The prices are definitely lower than you'll find on like eBay or something, but I think the main problem is the shipping. The shipping can be really slow. Like, just kind of scrolling through the listings here, overall the prices I think are pretty good for the most part. And they're also, if you want to order like multiple Beyblades, like you want to order like 3 or 4 of Brave Valkyrie, then the price per Valkyrie is going to be even cheaper. So that is also a pretty good option, and I know a bunch of people that use everwish.com. The next way that you guys can get Beyblades is from a website called theportal0.com, or as people in the community call them, just Portal Zero. Now this is a method that a lot of people have used. Pretty much most Beyblade YouTubers I know have bought from Portal at least once or twice, and overall the website that you buy it from is pretty clean. They have a lot of the newest arrivals, and you can get even some older stuff like Metal Fusion stuff as well. So pretty big catalog. The prices are a little bit on the higher end, but you do know you are going to get the Bey pretty quickly. The packaging is going to be really nice, and overall it's going to be really fast, really easy to buy from. It's also easy to find like discount codes as well. I don't really have one of my own, but you guys can probably search it up and find a Portal Zero discount code somewhere. And overall that cuts the price down by like 10 or 15%, which is pretty massive. But that is one way you can get Beyblades as well. So really these are like my top 3 options. I think random boosters buying from Amazon kind of sucks because you have like a 3 per person limit, but from Portal Zero you can buy the entire random booster set. But past those 3 options, you get into eBay, and that's not really my favorite. I used to use eBay kind of often, but overall there's a lot of issues with it. For example, there are fake sparking bays out there now, which you just have to be really careful of, and you got to make sure you look at the listings, look at the exact words they say, make sure you really pay attention to the pictures, or else you might get scammed. Also, the prices for these sometimes may be completely ridiculous or weirdly low, which is kind of another problem. For example, let's look at this listing here on eBay. It's Mirage Fafnir, Beyblade Burst Super King, Sparking, blah, 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 blah. It's a pretty hot listing. A lot of people are viewing it. A lot of people have bought it. But nowhere, I mean, if you look at the pictures, there's a lot of just stock Takara Tomy pictures, but you can kind of immediately tell there's something wrong here because it's 16 bucks, which is really, really cheap, free shipping from the US, and it even shows off a launcher, which is very obviously not real. But to somebody that doesn't really know what they're looking for or how to tell if something's fake or real, this might be kind of alluring. You might see it, you see the stock Takara Tomy picture and think, oh, that looks real, the price is good, you buy it, and then you end up getting a fake, and that is really unfortunate. Also, eBay can kind of have some weird shipping times as well. Like, for example, Portal will ship something immediately. Amazon will ship something immediately. I think Everwish ships it pretty quickly after release as well. But for eBay, they might sit on it. I've had a seller sit on it for like a week before sending it to me, which that's kind of a long time. So really, overall, eBay is kind of a last resort. And I probably wouldn't use it unless you find it's like a really good deal that's just like a once in like a blue moon sort of thing. Maybe, but it would kind of be like a fourth option, a last option. Use the other methods I came up with first. And the final method that I'm going to talk about is something called Yahoo Japan auctions, which I've used to try and get some of like the rarer limited edition stuff. For example, like the gold turbo GT bays, or like rare chassis or something like that. And you pretty much just buy directly from people in Japan. It is a Japan website, so you kind of have to navigate the Japanese menus, which is kind of tough. And you also have to use other websites to kind of help you. And overall, it's kind of a rough process. Going over the full process would take way too long, but it's a good way of going about buying bays if you want to get some of the rare stuff for a little bit cheaper than going through eBay, or in some cases, a lot cheaper. But that is pretty much gonna wrap up this video, guys. As a summary, I use Amazon.jp most of the time, and then I use Portal Zero as well. Another good option is Everwish, which is a little bit cheaper, but it does take a little while for shipping, I've heard. And then there's also eBay, which I don't really recommend. And then Yahoo Japan auctions to get the rarer limited edition stuff that you can bid on and get for a pretty decent price overall. But that's gonna wrap up this video. If you liked it, make sure you hit that like button down below. We're trying to hit 500 likes. And if I've helped you buy Beyblades, let me know in the comments down below. But I will see you guys in the next one. Have fun and bay away. What's up, guys? It's Jake from editing. I just wanted to make a couple little notes. First of all, please do your research before buying anything. And if the prices are too good to be true, do not buy it. And also, and I cannot stress this enough, never buy fakes. They can be dangerous and can contain some really dangerous material. So it's really not worth it. All right, that's it. See you guys.